Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a vintage VISCOUNT Japan roller petrol lighter, most likely from the 1970s. It appears to me to be cast and then plated metal. I'm not exactly sure what those metals would be. Probably chrome for the plating, and I would guess brass for the lighter, but it could be steel or some other kind of metal. It definitely appears to be a casting to me, though. Very cool old lighter. We've done a video for this lighter before, and it didn't function very well. I had really intended for today's video to be a repair video, but the microphone malfunctioned on me. Yeah, it was a really productive video too, man. I got a lot done. I was going to break it up into 2 videos, have a continuation into the second one. It was going to be real cool. Anyway, we'll have to see how that goes. But I am confident that we've got this lighter going in the right direction now. It's functioning way better than it was. So, today you're going to get the condition report / function video for this lighter, and hopefully I can get the sound re-recorded and we can get those videos up at a later date. This lighter does show scuffs, scratches, dings. Not a whole lot. It's in very good condition. General surface wear. Has a cross-hatched pattern. That is the first part to me that looks like a casting. Very basically stamped VISCOUNT Japan, and then nothing on the fill screw, which is pretty small for this sort of lighter, especially for as big a lighter as it is. It has the look of many aluminum block lighters, or maybe I shouldn't say many. It has the look of some aluminum block lighters. Kind of reminds me of the Cygnus, the Cupid, but the Cupid, I guess, was not actually a aluminum block lighter. That was just a lighter that was made in Japan that was also a roller lighter. It's lighting much better than it was. I had no confidence in this lighter before I performed the operations that I did in that other video that hopefully you see at a later date. But it certainly seems to be operating better now. The thumb roller for the Flint mechanism, you don't have to get your thumb on it to get it to move and roll like you did before. Although you can help it along if you want by applying a little pressure here and there. But overall, it's functioning much better now than it was. Has the striations by which you can gain purchase to maneuver the snuffer upward. No problem with the spring getting it back down. You can see the wick is fairly long. Tried to bloom it out there. And as I said, it's marked just Viscount, and then Japan has a knurled edge fill screw that is very small. Can't remember if I re-wicked this lighter or not, but it doesn't look like it would be a fun one to re-wick. It's kind of crazy to me. I've changed so many wicks and done so many videos here in the last year that I literally cannot remember what I've done with each individual lighter without going back and watching the videos. There's been so many of them. It's crazy. But you can see the lighter is very broad for a roller lighter. Gives you plenty of room there to grip it with your palm and your fingers. And man, like I said, it appears to be operating almost flawlessly. The Flint tension mechanism is still a little bit clunky, but is working very well. Seems to like to be struck with the right hand, spark going upward. There are some lighters that you can truly call unique. There just aren't any others out there that have the same some peculiar mechanism or something like that. And I guess you can't really say it's unique with the Viscount, and I think especially when you consider that the Viscount probably took the idea that had previously been used on the Cupid, and I don't know, maybe the Cupid had gotten the idea off of the Cygnus in the first place. Just kind of how I imagine it. And there's not a whole lot of historical evidence out there for these Japanese lighters. This one, as the Toledo Bend site had it, being made in the 1970s, would obviously, you might find a little bit more paperwork out there. It did mention a holding company in New York that was in control of the Rogers Import Company, which was responsible for the Viscount. But as far as where those designs came from and the evolution of those lighters over in Japanese factories, I don't know if there's any real evidence for that. There's a lot of really cool websites out there. Volker Putz, Museum, Lighter Library, Toledo Bend, Passionate Wick. Probably leaving some really good ones out here. Anyway, you know, some other guys, My Lighter, Larry Lighter, Vintage Lighter LLC on Facebook with Ira Polosov. I mean, there's all kinds of old lighters out there and websites that cover them, but nobody really has any information on these Japanese lighters. But I will continue to plug away, and hopefully we can uncover as much information and maybe even gather some more information down in the comments below. That information is always welcome. I'm not really an expert on any of these things. They're all just sort of passing through my hands. Until next time.